What is up, YouTube, and welcome back, Swindon Town Nation. We got another beautiful Maction game coming your way as our Swindon Town Spartans head down to Athens, Ohio, and are taking on the Ohio Bobcats here in a pivotal matchup. As you can see, we'll take a look at the season offensive yard stats. Swindon Town with 181 through the air, Ohio 156, but Ohio the much better rushing offense there, 192 to 110. Each team averaging about 1 turnover per game and only 1 point per game separating the two teams. We will see how those offense go in a good matchup today as we check in on another Maction game. Thank you for joining us here today at Hedon Stadium here in Athens, Ohio. Today's episode will be a much more highlight show-like feel because we had once again another audio issue, so we will have music throughout the whole game here. But Dominic Handy back deep to return here for the Spartans, taking it up the right side, searching for a seam, and could not find one here. But we are going to jump around here. Won't be every single play, just the big ones here, because we are starting on 2nd and 16. Akinola dropping back and finding Jamal Miles over the middle. As you can see, his season receiving stats there. He has really come on as of late and is having a very good season here for the Spartans in his final season. Later here, the same drive, Richard Blunt on 2nd and 10, battling forward here for the first down, shedding a couple of tackles there. His teammate picking him up, but that led to a 1st and goal here on the opening drive for the Spartans. And Akinola here dropping back all alone, looking over the middle, finds Nick Carpenter, a name you have not heard yet, but Nick Carpenter, another one of those veteran wide receivers deep on this depth chart, came into the game, made the play, and got the touchdown there to get the Spartans on the board 7-0. Good hands there to stick onto the football there as he got hit. But we now have a studio update here sponsored by EA Sports, and we are heading over to Miami, Ohio, checking in on the conference game there between them and the Akron Zips. A very pivotal matchup there as Akron is towards the top of the standings while the Miami Redhawks are not. North Carolina, though, taking down a ranked foe in Miami University, Florida, if you weren't familiar. So we got both Miamis there in the studio update. Later here, Dan Moyer making a beautiful play here in the backfield on Ohio's opening drive. Ohio got down the field, but that play there forces a 4th down, and they kick the field goal that barely misses, just a hair left there, and Swindon Town would get the ball right back there thanks to the excellent defensive play. Akinola here on 3rd and 22, finding Rob Austin over the middle on the in route for a 30-yard gain. Ohio just vacating the middle of the field there as they sent the blitz, and Io Akinola stood in the face of the pressure and delivered a great ball there. Pistol formation here, Richard Blunt getting the handoff up the middle there, rocking and rolling for a nice gain of 13 yards. Richard Blunt adding on to his nice season there. And that would do it for the first quarter there as Swindon Town is up 7-0 on the Ohio Bobcats, and they're looking to carry that momentum here into the second quarter. A stop later there by the Bobcats leads to 3 points for the Spartans as they were in field goal range. Sparty is happy and dancing over there. Kazai here back deep now. Had a chance to get sacked there in the backfield, but gets taken down by Ron Gaines there and fumbles, but luckily he would recover his own fumble, but a stop would be got there and leading to the Swindon Town Spartans getting the football back. Akinola here rolling right, floating one over there to Wood, who goes up and skies above the defender and gets the reception. Akinola there putting the ball where only his guy could get it, and his tight end Jed Wood went up and made a play. Richard Blunt here on 2nd and inches, getting the ball up the right side. He's got a seam there and getting north and south for another gain of 16 yards. Richard Blunt now averaging 8 yards per carry today in this game. That is beautiful. Akinola dropping back to pass, has a man deep left side, goes over the top, and it is a touchdown to Rob Austin. let's take another look. A beautiful ball there by Akinola, who's 12 of 14 in this game with 2 touchdowns. He just floats it right over the defense there. 3 defenders in coverage, but not one of them could make a play there. The corner down low got beat, and the safety could not get over there to help Adrian Hammer. Very happy with the performance of Rob Austin here. Taking a look at the numbers here in this first half for the Swindon Town offense. Getting a lot of yards here, and they got the ball back again following a 3-and-out on the defensive side of things. Akinola floats one over the middle, tip drill, and the ball is picked off by Dorsa there. Akinola gives the ball right back to the Ohio Bobcats, as they could have went up by a potential 24 points there, but now Ohio has a chance to respond, and Kazai trying to get his team down the field. He takes off running there. Got a seam in the right side. Doesn't slide, but he gets the first down after a 16-yard rush. Drew Kazai there, 8 rushes already on the day, and a healthy total of yards. Later here, though, the Bobcats are driving here in the goal-to-go situation. Allison bobs and weaves there, and O'Shawn Allison is into the end zone for a touchdown for the Bobcats. He's putting his team on the board there. Ohio getting within 10 points here, a 2-possession game now in the Athens, Ohio Stadium. Taking a look here at the total yards by quarter, Swindon Town had an explosive first quarter there and a pretty even second quarter there. But Swindon Town with the early lead here. Akinola dropping back the pass, looking to find Jamal Miles down the corner route, and he finds Floyd there. The only problem is Floyd plays for the Bobcats, and that is another interception for Io Akinola. He started this day beautifully and has followed 2 touchdowns up with 2 interceptions here. Ohio, though, going for the long field goal there after an impressive stop by the defense, and it was not even close there. Way too out of range there for their kicker. Akinola here looking to make amends there. Finding Jamal Miles up the middle. Jamal Miles got one man to beat. It is a foot race to the end zone, and he could not be caught. That is a touchdown. Akinola answering back there with a long strike to his favorite target, Jamal Miles. Jamal Miles sitting with the celebratory black helmet on the sideline there. That is the Spartans' code of honor there. But Kazai answers back with a long touch pass there to his man, Shane Hooks, for a 49-yard reception, and Ohio would have to settle for the field goal as they ran out of time, but they answer back and make it a 14-point game here at halftime. Not the end of the first, it is the end of the second quarter here, but a stop there by Swindon Town gets the ball back again for this offense. This defense is playing out of its mind today, getting beautiful stops all day and holding this Ohio offense to minimal yardage here. But Akinola here on the field again, looking to make more plays. Looking outside, finds Rob Austin, who goes up and over the cornerback there, making a tremendous catch for the first down. Later here, it's 3rd and goal. The Swindon Town team driving here, and Jake Cummings in the game, the backup senior there, gets into the end zone for his first touchdown on the day, maybe his 2nd or 3rd on the year, leading to another studio update. We're checking in with our friends over at Ball State in Western Michigan. They are locked in a heated battle here early in the first quarter. It is 7-7. Western Michigan and Ball State both looking to improve their records and move up the standings in the MAC. Later here, Allison on 3rd down gets the screen but is stopped by Atkinson there and Barrett on the play, and they give the ball back to the Swindon Town offense. Akinola, the ball back in his hands, finds Terrence Frazier down the right side, who gets the catch and is hit so hard he fumbles it, but luckily the ball rolls out of bounds. Let's take another look. That safety streaking over there and lays the hit stick on Terrence Frazier. Ball pops out there, as you can see, but luckily it is out of bounds there. A catch and fumble goes in Swindon Town's favor there as they get to keep their yardage. Blunt up the middle now, looking untouched there for the first 15 yards, and he gets taken down there for another huge gain. He's at 93 on the game, averaging 7.2. He cannot be stopped there, but an impressive 2-play stint here. The long play to Terrence Frazier, the run up the gut here by Blunt, and now Akinola on the keeper, looks to fight towards the goal line and gets into the end zone. That is a touchdown there for Io Akinola, who extends the lead here in Athens to 18 points as we will kick the extra point here, but Akinola fighting his way into the end zone there through the goal line. Met some contact, but look at this Swindon Town Spartan defense here today. Only averaging up 5 yards a play. They got 2 sacks on the day, no interceptions. but hopefully one can come soon here as Kazai dropping back to pass, launches one right. Dominic Handy there answers the call and gets the interception there, the first of the day for the Spartans. Let's take another look. He just was under that route. A poor decision by the QB. Got his feet in, and the impact player that has been standing out all season makes another impact play that is effectively the dagger here, handing the ball back to the Swindon Town Spartans as they are up 28 points here late in the fourth quarter. Akinola here in for one last possession. He finds Rob Austin there down the left side on 3rd and 10 as the offense was forced to pass there and a 3rd and long. Could have been a touchdown there, but Rob Austin just did not have the speed. Later here, Richard Blunt gets the ball, fighting towards the end zone, and he spins his way in. The Swindon Town Spartans are just running up the score now as they go up 45-10, but he had to battle his way in there for that one, and maybe a little chippiness going on here on the field. But Baylor takes down Iowa State 20-17. Baylor improves to 5-1 on the year, and they are ranked number 8 currently. That will most likely go up there. But this Ohio Bobcats team struggling mightily. As on defense, though, the Spartans have 4 sacks and an interception, and the Bobcats have taken 3 away from the Swindon Town offense and have gotten 1 sack today. The backups are in, though, here. Kazai dropping back to pass, floating one over the middle, which bobbles off his hands, and somehow, someway, Jamal Miles was on the field here with the second team defense, and he gets an interception, adding on to his tremendous season there. The tipped pass there lands directly in his hands, a blessing there and a gift, maybe the easiest play of his career. But Mosley on the field here with Jake Cummings with the time running out here on the clock, and that would do it here for the game in Athens. Swindon Town Spartans taking on the Bobcats, and they will go home a very happy ball club. They go on to win 45-10. Taking a look at these stats here, Kareem Mosley got on the field for 1 pass attempt, but Akinola, a 300-yard day, 3 touchdowns, 3 interceptions is not good, but we will take the win nonetheless. Richard Blunt, a huge day on the ground, 113 and a touchdown. Rashad Nelson got a carry there for 9 yards as well. Not to mention Cummings and Akinola also getting in the end zone. Jamal Miles, another huge day, 120 and a touchdown. Rob Austin, a huge day as well, chipping in 104 and a touchdown, as well as Nick Carpenter, the senior veteran wide receiver on this ball club, getting into the end zone there, his first of the year. And of course, a couple other players chipping in as well. On the defensive side of things, Kurt Atkinson there was the leader in the clubhouse as far as tackles go, but Seth Hand with 2 sacks, Junior Underwood and Wyatt Anthony both chipping in a sack there, making huge plays. Jamal Miles with an interception to go along with Dominic Handy. I cannot explain how Jamal Miles was in that predicament, but he made the absolute most of it with his great catching. Dominic Handy, a so-so game there on the return. Taking a look here at games around the country, Kalispell falls to San Diego State, but Swindon Town here out-yardaging Ohio in every single category. A beautiful day there for the Spartans. No injuries to come of it either, and we will head into the next week as we are taking on New Mexico State, who is 1-6, and somehow Kirk Herbstreit's going with the Aggies. So Swindon Town will definitely go into this game with a chip on their shoulder, 3-1 in conference, going up against the Aggies there, which Kirk Herbstreit apparently believes in. There's the Swindon Town schedule thus far, and this Aggie team opened the season with 6 straight losses and barely beat a Rice team that is 0-7, and that game had to go into overtime. So look for a lot of big plays here next week from our leaders, Akinola, Blunt, and Miles here against the Aggie team. New Mexico State's leaders, we got Johnson Samuels and D. Dan. I can only assume that stands for Dirty Dan, and he will be looking to make some plays out there as well. Their quarterback, by the way, 1 touchdown to 8 interceptions. So look for the Spartans to make a lot of plays next week. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to drop a like, subscribe for more sidearm gaming content. We got beautiful videos every single week, and I hope you all have a great rest of your day.